newsletter from last week and this week. Throughout the week in ELA, some students decided to start and finish their article of the week that wasn't due until the Monday we came back from spring break. They may have decided to finish it so the stress will be out of their way. And they can have a relaxing break. On Monday we did some work in our ELA notebooks on topics and topic sentences, main ideas, and supporting details. On Tuesday, we took 2 5-point assessments, and we each read short articles independently, filled out a worksheet about it, and went over it with a partner. On Wednesday, we read our StoryWorks articles and then went over a 3-2-1 strategy worksheet together. Thursday, we went over the author's purpose on how to persuade, inform, and entertain. On Friday, we didn't switch with Ms. Volgason's at all. We had a read-in instead. We had spring break, and this week on Monday, we went over the author's purpose again and got our Unit 28 parent task, spelling, that was due Wednesday. Tuesday, we didn't have ELA. Instead, we went down to the tech lab and practiced our M-STEP testing. On Wednesday, we did an article called Bad Robot and filled out questions with a partner. The next person will be Ava on science.
The week of March 23rd, we started our Iditarod newscast. The Iditarod is a dog sled race that takes place in Alaska. This year there are over 66 racers. We worked in pairs of 5, so look for those amazing and funny newscasts. On Tuesday, we started our Arctic food chain to go along with the Iditarod, so that was a busy week and fun week in room 22. After that, we had spring break. This week, we had our pre-test for our new unit. This unit is about food webs in the ecosystem. To have a hands-on activity, we are going to Forest Hill on Tuesday. We watched a Bill Nye on biodiversity and had a worksheet to go along with the movie. Also, we are finishing our newscast and recording them on Friday. Samantha says that it was pretty cool to be working with everyone in our group for the Iditarod newscast, so this was a nice, relaxing week for room 22. Now we have Taylor doing social studies.
In social studies for Miss Wilson's class, we are watching the CNN student news about the upcoming events. After we watched the CNN student news, we took a quiz about the CNN video. We did reading section 1 of our social studies book about landforms and water in Canada and the United States. And we read another chapter about climate and vegetation. After all our social studies chapters, we usually get a worksheet on the chapters we read. After all that, we went on our spring break. When we came back from spring break, we read another chapter about resources and land uses with another worksheet to go along with the chapter. We took a test on all the chapters that we read and what the worksheet was about. Passing off to Braxton.
We were working on inequalities. Inequalities are mathematical sentences that prove that two values are not equal. We took the test on Friday, March 27th. Brock McBride said the chapter was okay, maybe a little difficult. Chance Reisner said it was fun. This week we started the geometry unit. We learned about area and polygons. To find the area of a parallelogram, you take the base and multiply it by the length. We also learned how to find the missing dimension. To find the missing dimension, you take the area given and divide it by the base or length, whichever is given. We also learned on how to find the area of triangles. To find the area of a triangle, you multiply the height by the width, then divide the answer by 2. I now pass it to Mackenzie with gym, media, and band.
In band, we had 2 songs that we will be practicing for Grandparents' Day. In gym, we danced to Just Dance 2015. Sorry to say, but all the girls in class were better than the boys. In gym class, now we are dancing to Just Dance 2015 that Abby brought for us. How sweet of Abby. In gym class for Just Dance 2015, we were seeing who was the best dancing group in the whole entire classroom, for Miss Wilson's class, of course. This week, we had started a soccer unit. On April 14th, trip to Forest Hill at 8 a.m., first thing in the morning, so you might want to be ready to go. April 17th, garage sale. April 20th, Mrs. Shoemaker's lesson. April 24th, Ed Camp and midterm reports. Hope you have good grades. I can't believe we have no visitors at all in the whole entire school year. Now that's sad or what? So that is for the news article. So have a great day and a great weekend too.